Lots of people are going to think I've left this too late, and I should have been pruning in December and January. And I don't tend to do it because it takes so much longer for two reasons. One, because the days are so short, and two, because the weather is so dark, cold and horrible. Being out here is a real pain in the arse. So I always prune in March, which is a little bit late, but it's just so much nicer being out here. So the vineyard takes up about probably 2 acres with all of the area around it that we need and all the rest of it, about 2 acres. And that could be really good grazing land. If this wasn't a vineyard, then I could easily have enough grass for Brenda over the winter and make all our own hay and grow far more crops. But it's kind of here. The vineyard's here. And it produces potentially plenty of money in terms of wine, which I can sell. Not enough to be a commercial enterprise, but enough to be really, really useful. And so we have to work around the vineyard. With our farming has to go on around the vineyard. And then this vine has some little shoots coming off it here. And what I'm going to do is let this one fruit for next year. So I'll bend that one over. And then these 3, I want to produce fruits to prune to the year after. And so I'm going to take those off. So those will produce really nice shoots for pruning next year. And this one will have grapes on it. My secret to great rosé is entirely luck. When I planted the vineyard, I wanted to make rosé, and I wanted to grow vines that were right for the soil here and used to sort of cold, wet climates. I did lots of research and chose 3 varieties of grapes that do well on cold and wet. And as it transpired, the 3 of them mixed together makes really, really nice rosé. Really nice rosé. And it's total luck. Clever choice with what the vines I chose to grow, but complete luck. No idea how it works.
A week is a long time in the spring, and at my next session in the vineyard I discovered that the tide had come in and I'd left it too long to prune the last few rows.
The sap is rising in them, and pruning them now is really bad for them. I've still got to do it, but it's really bad for them. Because the sap's rising and they start bleeding. I'll show you what I mean. Right, that's done anyway. If you look here, this is sap dripping out. Great big globules of it. Not good for them. It really weakens the plant, basically. It really weakens the plant. This year, it's been this very, very wet March we've had. Really, really wet March. Has meant that I haven't been able to move on the soil, not really. And I've also been quite disinclined to go out and prune in the pouring rain. So yeah, it's just the soil's dry enough, the land's drying out, everything starts to want to grow. And then you've got 50 jobs to do. Brenda knows that I'm going to put her out today after a winter inside. But she knows.
Brenda's calf Browne hasn't actually been out on the farm since he was born in September, and he's not too sure what an electric fence is. It's what separates the grazing from my delicate vines. It wasn't long before Browne was into the vines and then off into the village.
When I was young, I used to really worry about things being all over the village and sheep in people's back gardens and bullocks, you know, running down through the village. These days, I just really don't care. It's less stressful from that point of view. This soil is still absolutely saturated. It's healthy soil. There's really good organic matter in it. Look, nice big fat juicy worm there. But it's so wet. This is just basically a ball of clay. It's just a ball of sticky clay. And it's just got to dry out, and if you try and cultivate it when it's like this, it just goes up into clumps. If you left that to dry in the sun, well, I will do, I'll leave it to dry in the sun on a post, that would just be a rock hard lump which you just couldn't break down. If the moisture content's a little bit less than this, or a good bit less than this, then it all breaks up nicely into nice soil. This is perfect for building houses with. Build a really nice cob house out of that. But right now, it's not cultivatable. And it is the 7th of May, Good Friday, the 7th of May.
We're not 7th of May.
Oh no, we're not. 7th of April.
You're a month ahead.
After 2 full days of sunshine and the clock ticking, we bit the bullet and my friend Tommy came over to plough for our spring wheat, a full month later than last year. He didn't get very far.
I can try. Well,
I can't believe it's still too wet.
we've had 2 days of sunshine. You would have thought it'd be like dry by now.
It's
Pretty
It's
tacky.
wet.
It's sticking on with plough quite well. So
Yeah.
that's a fair sign that it's sticky if it won't rub with ploughs.
But we've got another week of rain.
Yes, not helpful. Like rain tonight, rain tomorrow. So today is sort of the day we want to do this, really. Yeah, it's not helpful.
It's going to be an awful lot easier in the veg patch
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
pasture.
Yeah, I'll have a go in there. Let the dew come off here and I'll have another go out here.
I had to plough. I didn't want to plough really, but we had to plough because we're so late and we've got to get on with it. And it's just still so wet. But we've just got to get on with it. I mean, my potatoes have got to be in 2 weeks' time. They're going here. And they've got to go in. Yeah, these aren't really edible. Carrot! Yuck! They're really bitter and horrible. unploughed, cut in half.
No, I would have saved this if I know you would like that spirit.
Yeah, I haven't had any potatoes for 6 weeks.
You're going to treat yourself for an Easter Sunday. Look at the size of it. That do?
Is that a whole potato?
Well, yeah, I won't show you the other side, but...
Look, I'm going to have potatoes for Easter Sunday.
Treat
I
yourself.
thought they'd all gone. I mean, they've been chopped by the rotavator.
Yeah, here's your nice good one.
Oh, well, that's not too
It's
bad.
not too bad, I'll take that.
You will not take that, I'm going to have that.
That was going to be jacket potato for lunch.
Nonsense. I'm having it.
Little wormhole in it, mine. You've got that extra
That'll be all
protein
right.
in there.
There's loads of potatoes there.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to have potatoes for lunch. That is so exciting.
How are you going to cook
Minced
it?
tea, potatoes. Well, I'll scrub them on. I've got enough to mash now,
I was
haven't
going
I?
to say, you're going to be mash. You can nearly roast them up.
These are Picasso. They make really, really nice mash.
Nice.
Fab.
Perfect Easter Sunday.
I know.
It's worth me
It
coming.
would have been great if someone hadn't chopped them all up.
Sorry about that. You could have been running along. You did.
I did say, if you see any potatoes,
Yeah, but
and you didn't think I was being serious.
that's like a passing joking comment. That wasn't. I haven't had potatoes for 6 weeks. I'm starving.